Well, hello. It's about that time again. It is time to pack for our cruise. So, excuse my appearance. I did put a little makeup on for you. Didn't want to be that scary. But the hair's pulled back. It's in a sloppy whatever. And it's time to get serious. So, I have pulled all of my stuff out of my cruise closet. We have a closet in my office that holds all of our travel stuff. I call it the cruise closet. It's really a travel closet. So what you're going to see me do right now is take all of that stuff, some of it's over there, and put it out on the bed in organized chaos, okay? So this is how my brain works. And I'm going to speed you up, just zip you right through me putting everything out. And then I will show you how I put it in the suitcases, and then I'll put my clothes in the suitcase, we'll zip them up, and we'll be done. Now, we don't leave for another 3 days. But I put everything in the suitcases, zip them up, close them up, and get them ready to go, including my makeup, my skincare, everything. And until we leave, I use extra stuff or whatever that we may have because I want everything in the suitcases. That way, if I think of something, if I realize I've forgotten something, I can put it in there. I have already done that thing where, like on my makeup and my skincare, where I've put everything out in the bag that I'm going to bring and have used the stuff in that bag to make sure I've not forgotten something. Doesn't mean I haven't forgotten something, but using it every single day makes me realize, okay, yes, I have this, I have this, I have this, I have this. I have all the things that I use every day are in this bag, and there's nothing that I'm going to leave without, that I can't live without. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense in this cluttered brain of mine right now for my personal item. I have a Nomad Lane bag that I used on my last cruise trip that worked really well. However, on a long haul flight, I need things to be very, very easily accessible. And I realized pulling my Nomad Lane bag out from underneath the seat in front of me to get stuff out of it was not convenient. It was too long for the space there, which a backpack is too. But a backpack you can pull and lift up. So, sorry, baby. So you can do this number. It's under the seat here. You can pull it out and my arm's stuck in it and raise it up like this and get into the top here. So it makes it very, very easy when you're on a long haul flight with very limited space to get things in and out of your backpack when you can just pull it out and raise it up like this and then push it back under the seat. That's very convenient. So this is why I'm bringing a backpack and not my Nomad Lane bag, because that Nomad Lane bag, should I say it again? Nomad Lane bag is very nice. Very, very nice. Very convenient, very easy to pack. It's a great bag. That's for another day. So I have traveled with this backpack quite a few times. This is a lug. Is it lug? I think it's a lug. Yes, this is a lug bag. Very nice bag. Nice big pocket here. You've got a smaller pocket here, which I usually use for batteries and things like that. Then you also have this very large compartment here. And in this compartment, you have a zipper compartment here. You have 2 slide pockets here. You have a slide pocket here. And you even have a zippered slide pocket back here. And this very large cavity for whatever. And then you have a nice opening back here. Laptops, iPads, paperwork, anything you don't want to get smushed or, you know, you just want it safe and secure. And then this also has a trolley sleeve. Now, this is the fault of this backpack. This is the one thing I really, really don't like. This trolley sleeve needs to be thicker because when you're trying to put it on the handle of the suitcase, it often catches right here, especially if this is heavy, which it will be. Once I'm done packing, it will be heavy. It catches. This needs to be wider. This strap here needs to be wider. On anything that is going to be a trolley bag, this strap should be at least 4 or 5 inches wide. It should be. Okay. And the other thing about this backpack is we have very large pockets here on the side, on both sides, and then a magnetic pocket here where I slip a battery or whatever the case may be. Very useful side pockets, extremely convenient. Very, very convenient side pockets. They are some of the best of any backpack I've ever tried. And I've tried a lot of them. Now what I'm going to do, as I already told you, is put everything out. And then I'll show you as I put it in the suitcase. So I'm going to move you back a little bit. And we're going to get going. We're going to get going. Okay? Let me roll you down just a little so you can see. All right, don't mind my floor. Don't mind anything. I have a lot of rescue cats. If you are here for the first time and don't know already, watching our home vlogs, you'll see all of our rescue kitties. We used to have a ton of rescue pups. He's our only one currently. And yeah, at any given time, there's a number of animals in this house. You may see them running in and out of this video. Of course, it is nap time, so we'll see. All right, I'm getting busy now. Are you ready? Zip it. Airplane outfit. Okay, now I think that's everything. There could be a few more things that I am just forgetting. So let's kind of go through everything. Now, my Nomad Lane bag, take a shot. My Nomad Lane bag is over here, and that's where a lot of this stuff goes, but, well, not a lot. Okay, let me just get on with it. All right, these are rechargeable batteries. These are battery banks, battery backups. These big ones, one charges my laptop, one charges my husband's laptop. One will be in his carry-on and one will be in mine. They do have limits on these batteries, so you need to look that up. These two are the ones, we traveled with this one last time. I bought this one because we ended up needing more than one of these. So this one's mine, this one's my husband's. So if you see me putting stuff over here, that is because it belongs in my my husband's bag. I do not pack my husband's bag. He much prefers to pack it himself. So here's one, and then those are the big ones. And then here are, we have two of these, one black one and one white one. These will charge our cell phones, the iPad. They don't charge laptops, but one is mine and one is my husband's. So, and then these are the yes, I'm battery obsessed. I get it. These are our emergency backup batteries. These are flat. They're easy to put in a purse during the day. Easy to carry. I have one and my husband has one. So these will charge the iPad and they will charge our phones. There we go. All three of the batteries have built-in cables. I will leave them linked for you because I've been using them. I really like them. But because I like to have my phone out all the time, I have a cable because they each have a spot for a cable as well. I have it where I can leave the battery in my purse and then attach the cable and still use my phone freely. So I always have a cable with me with the batteries. Anyway, I also bring one of these. Now, we are traveling internationally, but on the ship, they have US plugs, so I'm good with this. This is what I will use on the ship. For what? I'm not quite sure because most of what I'm bringing, and I will show you, is already has international plugs on it. Circumstances as we have traveled, so yeah. Anyway, but I do bring this as a backup. It's nice to have. I can plug things into it if I need it. This will go in the checked bag. Okay, this is a travel microphone. This is a travel tripod. Little travel microphone for my phone and for the iPad. Okay, these are our Stanleys. It's a long haul flight, so these will stay in our backpack this time. Robert's will go to him. Okay, this is our plug adapter. This is a heavy duty one. This is the one that I'm bringing with me. This is the plug for this one right here, but it does have adapters all over it. I have a ton of adapters for whatever country we may be in. I mean, they all plug right into this. So what you do is you plug this in to here, and you plug that into whatever outlet you need it to be in. So we have that plug, and then seriously, just a ton of different adapters. And then you have this. And this one, if you'll look, we have all the USB, USB-C, a couple of things like that. But we also have US plugs here on the top. And I believe this one is the 230 watt max. So I can use it with a flat iron. Pretty sure that that is what this one is for. So I can use it with the flat iron. So not a hair dryer, a flat iron, okay? So this will go in our carry-on bag because this is not something I'm willing to lose. So I will use this in Barcelona and in Italy, but I won't need it on the ship, okay? So that, and then here's my hair dryer. I bought this last year when we were gonna go to Italy. This has the Italian plug on it. I can use it on the ship because there's a plug on the ship that's Italian. I can use it, and in Italy when we're there the longest, and then I can use one of the plug adapters that I have in here when we are in Barcelona. So I'm good. And this will go in my checked bag. Also, what will go in my checked bag is this fan. This is the best fan on the planet. It's very heavy, very difficult to travel with, but I need a loud fan. And I've had many fans, travel fans over the years, and I still have a few. One is rechargeable. It's excellent. I will leave it linked for you. It is excellent. It's just not loud enough for me. You can hear it, but it's not loud enough for me. I need something really loud because I'm an extremely light sleeper. This one I picked up in London. The one that I brought from home burned out in the hotel room. I had a travel plug. I plugged in the travel plug. It was a step down plug because US is 120 and this is 220, 240, 220, whatever it takes, 220. I didn't even turn the fan on. I put the converter in the wall. Then I set it to step down. I plugged the fan into the converter and it blew. So I went to Costco. I bought this fan. It has a UK plug on it, but you can see I bought the little converter. This will plug into the ship and I can use it on the ship, and I can use it in Spain. I can use it wherever we go because I have the converters that will make it work. So long story short, it'll work in any place that I go because I have the adapters, especially in Europe or on the ship. It's fine. And that's where I use it most of the time, is on the ship. Okay, so that will go in our checked bag. What else will go in the checked bag are our liquids. I have shampoo, conditioner, hair styling cream, eye wash, Lysol, toothpaste, and a scrubby sponge for my face. Yes, it's in a bag, and then it goes in another bag. You can just put it in the Ziploc bag. You don't have to put it in the separate bag. I just find it easier when I'm unpacking and packing for it to go in two bags like this. It's just easier for me. It's the way my head works. Anyway, these are all travel size, so this could technically go in my carry-on bag, but I don't want it in my carry-on bag. It's heavy. I don't need to have it accessible to me. If this doesn't make it to wherever I'm going, I can buy all of these things wherever I'm going. Okay, so I'm good with if it doesn't make it to me. So that's something I want to make very clear about a checked bag. Only put things in your checked bag that you are willing to lose, period. So if where you're going, you absolutely must have it, do not put it in your checked bag. Put it in your carry-on. That way you know. So, okay. There's that. And I will show you this checked bag once. I'm going to flip it the other way and put the stuff in the zipper compartment. I will show you. This is my purse that I carry into port. No need to put that in the carry-on bag. Checked bag it is. These are our snacks. I always bring snacks. If you don't know, I'm gluten-free. I don't have a choice. And sometimes I need stuff to bring into port with me. This is mine. This is my husband's. These are plain snacks. These are sugar-free mints that we always have. So that will be his airplane snack. It's here. And sugar-free mints. And then we always bring them Twizzlers because my husband loves them. That'll go in the checked bag. These snacks will go in the checked bag. More mints, a couple of different, I mean, we're gone 15 days, so I brought lots of snacks for him. We are also in, you know, Rome for a few days. We're not going to need these snacks, but I always bring them as a just in case. So there's that. Okay, now I'm going to finish doing this. This is my little thermometer. This one goes outside. This one stays in the cabin. Inside, this will give me the temperature and the humidity outside. This will give me, it'll display on here, and it'll give me the temperature inside and outside. So I really, really like this. I always have it with me. And these are face wipes. We're going to be staying in a very nice hotel and an Airbnb or a VRBO. Washing my makeup off. I feel like it stains the washcloths, especially in a VRBO or a Airbnb. It makes me feel bad. So this I'm bringing, these are Clean Skin Club Clean facial wipes. They're very large. I only use them for this type of thing because I feel like they're wasteful. But I think they're great for travel. I will use these to wash my face, to take all my makeup off, and then do my double cleanse with them. So I will run them under the water, and whatever cleanser is on them doesn't matter. It's the cloth itself that I'm using. I also have these little bitty ones. This is my liquids, some of my liquids. It's going to go in the checked bag. This is, you see those little circle white things? You get them wet and they turn into a great big washcloth. So I have those as well. If these don't work out, I've got these. I always take these into port with me. So if it's hot or you need just a washcloth or something to maybe wipe something off your face, you know, like when we went off-roading in Aruba, I used one in the bathroom to wipe off my face because there was dirt all over my face. So it works for that kind of thing. And this is tea and coffee. So we're going to be in a VRBO and a hotel. I always bring this ever since I was in a VRBO and did not have any coffee, and I got a severe coffee, you know, a headache from lack of caffeine. I don't take the chance anymore. So this is, you know, you just add water, coffee granules, and then there's a lot of tea in here, and then more coffee. I also enjoy my specific types of tea on the ship. So I will use this when we're on the ship as well. That will go in my, that will go in my checked bag. One will go in my carry-on, just so I have it just in case. And then over here, I can only handle a very little amount of dairy. So I do bring my own creamer. This is really for when we're in Rome for the 3 full days. I don't know if I'll be able to find dairy-free nut milks without sugar in them. So I'm bringing these. I always bring these when I travel. You may think that's extra. You may not understand. That's fine. You don't have to. But I do need to bring this with me because too much dairy and I feel so ill. And I just don't want to feel that way on our 3 very short days in Rome. So, okay, these are our travel hangers. Those will go in the checked bag as well. These hangers are fabulous. They are fabulous. Fabulous. And they're great for the ship. The ship, they will bring you more. They really will bring you more if you need more. But I just don't want to ask. In this way, we've got ours and we don't have to ask and bother our room steward. So there you go. We have plenty. They go in the checked bag. Okay, now if you don't have a checked bag, you can bring those. It's great because they just shove anywhere in your carry-on bag. You can just shove them down anywhere. They fit in all sorts of nooks and crannies. So, you know, if you want to bring 10 or 12 or whatever, you can shove them all down in there. Okay. All right, this is very important. These are our Euros. So that will go in the carry-on, of course. This is just a little shopper bag that I picked up. Isn't it cute, Ralph's in New York? It's just a shopper bag. We're going to be in, like I said, walking around Rome and Barcelona. And if we happen to pick something up, a lot of places in Europe you have to buy your bags. So I'll just bring this, and that way we've got a shopper bag. These are 2 more travel converters I am trying out. These are from Anchor. See how well they do. Here's the plug, like this. two USB-A or USBs here, two USB-C here. And what is this? Okay, yeah, okay. So we have this plug here, and then you can push out this one here, or you can push out this one here. Wow, okay, good. All right. So, and then you can use this to charge your phone or whatever you need to charge. I am bringing these. One will go in my carry-on, and one is going to go in the checked bag because I don't need to have both of them out. But one is for Robert, one is for me. Very nice. You can also use this on the ship, where you can use the European plug on the ship as a secondary plug or a third or however many. Modern ships, the ones that have been built in the last couple of years, they tend to have a lot of plugs in them. But on the older ships, there's usually one. Maybe if you're lucky, there's two. And always remember to check under the bed. Sometimes there's an outlet under the bed. I'm bringing one of these in my check bag and one in the carry-on. Okay, this is my crossbody for my phone. A lot of you ask, you're like, oh, you have your phone out in port. That's so dangerous. I worry about pickpockets. Well, maybe. Let me clear off my screen here. So many notifications. And my Boo Bear. I use this phone case. You see, it's got the little nubbins on the bottom, and then this attaches on either side, and it makes it a crossbody case. This one happens to be a MagSafe one. This has been all around the world with me, and I love it. So this is the crossbody strap for it. I just leave this case on it all the time. And then I just bring this and attach that to my backpack or whatever it is. So I've always got it. And that way I take it off when I get in the cabin, or sometimes I just leave it on. It just depends. But I really, really like this. You can adjust it to whatever size you may need. And it's a comfortable wide strap for my heavy phone. So there you go. And sometimes, you know, if you want, they have the ones that are similar to this, but they have the wallet on the back. That's fine. But if you're going to attach your wallet, just remember, if it does get stolen, this does not make it stealing proof. It just makes it a deterrent. Just remember, if you're going to put any information in that wallet, you're going to put a credit card, a driver's license, or ID, or passport card, or whatever it is. If your phone gets stolen, so does all of that. I used to carry with my wallet on the back, and then I thought, oh my gosh, if I leave my phone somewhere, everything's in it. So I don't recommend those. I really don't. I just don't. So do keep that in mind. These are my extra tags for whatever backpack I happen to choose. These are my undergarments. So I'm going to leave them in here. I love this bag. I love it. I was going to bring it, but I don't need to bring it with me. All right, those are my clothes right there. Okay, this is another cashmere wrap. I always bring two because I use them so much. Now, I'm deciding between these two backpacks for import. I tried one on our last cruise. I didn't like it. I just didn't like it. This one feels a little heavy, but it's a really good backpack. It's got a crossbody strap if you need it, but it is a really nice, good backpack. It has lots of compartments in it, but I don't know if you really need that when you're out in port. You need just basically something to, I don't know. This is more of a purse type. Really nice. This is Bagolini. I love Bagolini. Bagolini. Really, really nice. Really, really like it. Short flights, this is a good one. But I don't think that's appropriate to bring. I think I'm going to just bring this one into port with me. It's just a tried and true Bagolini bag. So let me explain the issue with this bag for me. It doesn't go small enough. No matter how tight I make these, it doesn't go small enough. So what I think I'm going to do is put safety pin. I don't know. Safety pins aren't always that durable. But if you, let me show you what I'm talking about. It's important to have a very comfortable, it is a very comfortable backpack. Okay, you see how it's up against my back? And it is set to as small as it will go. It's as small as it will go. Now look what it does. That's what it does to me in port. It hangs off of me like that, and it's uncomfortable on my shoulders. I need it to fit me like this, and it doesn't. And I've tried all sorts of ways to adjust it. The problem is, this is the perfect backpack for import. anywhere we go, anything we do. It's just like the perfect one. And it doesn't go small enough. So I think maybe what I need to do is take it somewhere and have them cut it and sew it. I got this off ThreadUp. I mean, I think I paid $10 for it. So if I have to spend a little bit to, you know, I think I will. So, and buying a new one isn't going to change that. It doesn't, it's too big. It's just too big for me. So there we go. This one's coming with me. It can go in my checked bag. All right. I think that's all. We got contacts, jewelry. In here is, oh, I need to refill. Antibiotic cream, toothpicks, dental floss. Yep, I need to refill these. Let me refill this very quickly. Q-tips. So this is Q-tips, dental floss, that kind of thing. It can go in the checked bag. It doesn't need to go in our carry-ons. Okay, there we go. All right, I think that's good. Now, here are our long-haul flight essentials. I'll stop throwing things eventually. These, oh, not that. This is new. This is a little blow up. Listen, we fly economy and those seats are hard. You know, a couple hour flight is fine. But this is a little seat. You blow it up when you get on the plane and it's an air seat, air cushion. So we're going to try it out. We're going to see if it helps because, yeah, it was uncomfortable the last flight. So we'll have these, and these are our neck pillows. These aren't great, okay? These aren't great. I was going to get something different before we went on our flight again, but the reality is this may be our last long haul flight for quite some time. So I didn't see the point in getting it. This one is, you can unzip it. Now you want one that does this so you don't have to hold it. And it's pretty good. The problem is the airplane seat has a pad on the back of it. And if you can't move that, which I've not been able to on most of our flights, this sits on it and you can't put your head back. It's like in the wrong spot. I did have a couple of you suggest, you know, turning it or flipping it over. We're going to try that on this flight and see how that works. But otherwise, these are great. It's the seat on the plane that's not so great, that has that headrest in the back and it causes you to kind of lean forward. So we'll try it out. I have one, Robert has one, and we hook these onto our carry-on bag. And, you know, when we get on the plane, we pull it off and throw it in our seat, put the carry-on bag up in the overhead bin. And here we have our little things. Now, I've seen lots of gizmos and gadgets for flying that people will tell you you need. You don't need those gizmos and gadgets. I assure you, you don't need the fancy thing that hangs off the back of the seat to hold stuff. You don't need that. You don't. Because the time that person takes that seat in front of you or inclines it back into you, you don't have room to hardly breathe. So you don't want more stuff hanging off the back of your seat in front of you, off the seat in front of you, to cause more claustrophobia, okay? Also, I want you to think about this. How would you feel if the person behind you was using the back of your seat to hang stuff off of? So there's footrests that hang off of the tray table, and every single time that person fidgets, moves, or whatever, it shakes your seat. How would you feel about that? So I try and think about the person in front of me and anything I may be doing with my tray table, my seat back in front of me that may disturb them, because I don't want the person behind me doing it to me, period. So especially because I'm such a light sleeper. So if I'm actually sleeping on the plane and then somebody starts wiggle wobbling with their hang down foot sling and some sort of contraption they've got hanging off the back of my chair to store stuff and organize it, I don't want that. So yeah, so this is what we're bringing. Last time we had a couple of smaller pillows. We did not use them. We didn't need them. We're trying this time because the seat was very, very uncomfortable for me. And I was really kind of in pain when we were leaving the plane. And I have problems with my hips. I've never talked about this on the channel. I was born that way. It's It's kind of like hip dysplasia, and sitting for any long period of time is extremely painful for me and very uncomfortable. So this was necessary to try and see if I could get through without being in pain. So there you go. All right. Now here's our converter. I bought another one of these. My first one failed, like I told you. Plugged in my fan and it blew it out. I will bring this just because it's useful on the ship. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to bring it just in case. I'm always worried. What if I don't have the right converter? Now I've got them all. And that'll go in the check bag. I missed. I'll put it in there. Now, let me get this checked bag closed up. Oh, this is also Robert's backpack. Port Bay backpack. It's just one of those foldable ones. It'll go in there. And I need to get our medical kit, which I think is in this suitcase. Okay, umbrellas, checked bag, and then this is our medical kit. It has antiseptic wipes, you know, medication, Tylenol, Advil, things like that. Ooh, I need to replace the Advil cold and sinus. Let me go get more of that. There it is. All right, so everything's been refilled. Good here, blister tape, all sorts of things. I do have a tiny pair of travel scissors in here for blister tape. I do recommend you bring a tiny pair of scissors that are travel safe. I will leave a couple linked for you and my thoughts on them because I've tried a few different ones, and some are better than others. Okay, so that's this is our travel laundry bag. Robert really enjoys having this. He likes being able to just throw his laundry into the bag on the ship. And then when we're packing up to leave, he folds everything out and puts it back in his suitcase. These are packing cubes. I don't think I'm going to need them right this minute. I may put them in the backpack. We will see. Okay, so I'm going to move this out of the way over here. And then these, we don't need these. In fact, I may donate these. These are small travel pillows. I think I'm going to donate them. Let me get this checked bag under control. Now, because we're traveling with this bag mostly empty, and we'll be traveling with another empty, this size bag, pretty much empty. Why? Because if I plan to do any shopping in all of these ports we're going to be in, I want a bag that I can put it in and get it home. I do intend to bring home things like olive oil, maybe some cheese, things like that, that are a little shelf stable for the 12 or so hours, 14 or so, 16 hours that we're flying. It should be fine. So that kind of thing. So we're bringing an empty suitcase. I learned when we went to Northern European cruise, when we went to London and all of that, that we wanted an empty carry-on, an empty checked bag to get things home. Worst case scenario, we can put one of our checked bag, our carry-on bags in the checked bag and fly home. Just whatever. Okay, so I don't know if you can see. So let's get a little bit closer. Don't be shy. Bring it down a little bit. Yeah. Alrighty. Now in this bag, I'm also going to put some of my shoes. These shoes and those. I could quite frankly put them in my carry-on bag, but there's no need to do all of that. This is just a pair of very comfortable slides. These are my my tried and true sandals. And these are, of course, my sneakers. I need to get Robert's dress shoes. And these are some more slides. Now, if you have not seen already, I do have a packing video where I'm showing you what I'm bringing, all the clothes that I'll be bringing in a capsule type wardrobe. That'll be linked right up there for you, so you can watch that if you haven't watched it already. Okay, now let's put the fan. Where are the wheels there? The wheels. Okay, I put the heaviest stuff at the bottom towards the wheels. And then here is our not makeup. What is that called? Medical. Here's my backpack. Here's the umbrellas. We can shove one here to prevent rattling. And then we can shove another here to prevent more rattling. And then here is our little bag. I will put that on top of the shoes. And then here are my makeup wipes. Put that there. And then, let's see, what else we have? This can break, so I'm going to put that there. It's my perfume and bathroom sprays. There is gummy bears and Twizzlers, that kind of thing. And then these, you know what? I'm going to add these to this bag just in case. Okay? So we will put you there. Alrighty, now we need just one more thing to kind of go over the shoes to keep everything tight. Right there. And then tea, coffee. Alrighty, so there's that. Get that all zipped up and tight. Alrighty, now in here we have snacks, my hair dryer, snacks, that. This and this can go in, so our little converter can go in there, and then this one can go in there, this one can go right there. Okay. You can go there, you can go there. What else could I put in here? Kind of take up some room. Robert's dress shoes. If you're bothered by my shoes not being in a bag, remember, you're not wearing or using anything that's in this suitcase, so you don't need to worry about it. Then just put yours in something you'd like to put them in. Sometimes I'll put them in a plastic bag. Sometimes I won't. There's really nothing in here I'm concerned about. So there you go. So I will put them in here just like so, and we'll be fine. So there's that. All right, what else can I put in here? Nothing really. Everything else is good. Just a standard battery. We're good. Don't have to worry about it then. Good. I do need to see how much this bag weighs. And I always travel with a, can you see me? I can't see that thing. I always travel with a luggage scale. 43 pounds. We are good. All right. So unless Robert needs to put anything in here, this one is ready to go. Also, little tip for you. You see the big giant F over here? Can you? Can you see that? No. You can sort of see it. This big giant F in a sea of gray and black suitcases, this means I know which one is ours from a distance. Now it is time to pack the carry-on. Also, every piece of luggage has an air tag, just FYI. Okay, so here is this luggage tag. I'm going to start with the tech stuff. 1 second. In my carry-on, as you know, my checked bag has my hairdryer, and my carry-on will be my backup hair system, which is a flat iron, because the ship will have a hairdryer. Most hotels have hairdryers. I'm sure the Airbnb has a hairdryer. So this is a flat iron, so I can style this crazy mop of mine, should I need to. In this side of the bag, which has the zip up, I would be putting things that flop around. So that way it's easy to close. That is our Euros. Okay, this is the converter. Okay, and then here is the other converter right there. All right, this is for the balcony for my GoPro right there. And the batteries go in my backpack. This is, I use these in the cabin on the anywhere I may need them. They're packed flat and they're nice little compartments. Sometimes they hold tea, sometimes they hold snacks, sometimes they hold jewelry or makeup or whatever. And they do like this. And I have 2 sizes and they pack super flat. They're easy to bring with me. So I bring them with me just as a little bit of in-cabin organization. slips right into this compartment. And if I didn't tell you, this is my Quince luggage. I really like this suitcase. Really like it. Very affordable. Great option. It has this compartment that snaps in. This is where I will be putting my undergarments. I will show that to you in a moment. This is backpack. That's all backpack. That's backpack. Jewelry goes in here. Right there. Shoes. These are my flats. They will have never been worn. I just bought them. They will go in here. And jewelry right there. You can go there. You can go right there. I don't know. We'll figure you out in just a second. Let me get my socks. I usually put my socks in the shoes because, you know, where else would you put them? Where'd it go? Socks, where are your socks? There you are. Socks go down in my shoes. Nice little place to store them. Let me fold my undergarments up very quickly. You don't need to see my delicates. And I will get them in the bag. Okay, we're all good there. All right, let me put this aside. Over here in this side of the suitcase, I have, starting off with my tank tops, my underskirt shorts, more tank tops. I have 2 tank tops with me, white and a black, and then underskirt shorts. And then here are my undergarments, which will go in last. There is a little snap spot right here that attaches to that. Okay? All right, let me go get my clothes. I do remember what goes in the other checked bag. Our coats. This is a fat face coat. This is a raincoat. Robert will have his raincoat. He won't want a coat. Okay, so let me explain my madness here. Now, I will put things that I'm going to wear first in the suitcase last. All right? So, a jacket, I know I'm going to wear probably in Barcelona. I will wear it the evening we get there. So the jacket will come in last. Also, my sleeping clothes, when we get there, my sleeping clothes, obviously I will wear them. We'll wear the same. I have a pink one also, but I only need the blue one on the first day. So this and these leggings will go right on top. I had this as a backup. I didn't need to bring these. Let me put these away. Here's my other tank top I was bringing. It's a cami. It's not a tank top, and I use it to wear under things for layering. And just, it's comfortable for me. All right, so we're going to start off with the dresses because that is where we're going to start. It's just easier because they're bigger. Now, I do not have to pack all of this in my carry-on, and I may not. I may put some of it in the checked bag. But what I intend to wear in Barcelona, this is my embarkation day dress. This is a dress for one day in Barcelona, my jacket, and then our arrival day. We were there literally a day and a half. So the day we get there, the next day, because we get there late, the next day, and then we board the ship. So I will only need... I won't wear my travel outfit during the day in Barcelona. So these two will be for Barcelona. So those go in last. And then this is for the ship. Let me just hang this here. Dress for the ship. So now, some of you are rollers. Some of you are packing cube lovers. I may use a packing cube for the stuff in Barcelona. Maybe. Some of you are folders. Whatever you like to do, you do you. This, after packing many, many suitcases, this is the method I prefer. Robert is a roller. I am not. All right, so let's start with this one here, then this one. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do, I can get everything in the carry-on, but in an interest of not making my carry-on too heavy, I think I will pack in the checked bag as well. This can go in that checked bag, but it prevents it from flying empty. So, and like I said, I could travel with just one checked bag. I could travel with just one checked bag, but I'm bringing two to allow for shopping in port. This dress will come with me in protected checked bag. And again, I'm going to zip through all of this now. I've given you as much information as you need. And if you are interested in each of the pieces that I have brought with me, again, that video is linked for you. Okay, I have to charge all the batteries. Once that's done, I'll be back to finish packing. I think I'm gonna go with my backpack. I think, because the big one doesn't have cup holders on the side, and those are important. do, and you should too. Just make sure that everything you put in your bag is where you want it to be. I try and, make the bags evenly weighted, because especially when they're flying mostly empty and lightweight, you don't want something heavier on top of them to crush them and crack your suitcase or whatever the case may be. So try and keep that in mind. I think for 16 days, we're not too bad. And remember, I would have had just one checked bag, would have been fine. But I'm bringing two of which are mostly empty. One would be full, one would be empty, but I packed them evenly so that I have room to get stuff that I may pick up while we're in Europe home. In London, I made the mistake of packing as small as possible and not bringing extra luggage. And I actually did bring extra luggage, but I brought a small extra luggage, and it just wasn't, I couldn't get the weight that I needed. So this way, basically, I will have 50 pounds to get home, and I'll be fine. Or I can unload some of our carry-on into one of the checked bags on the way back if I don't use up all the weight, which we typically do. It's just, lighter weight getting back. Anyway, so, and again, I'm always nervous about checking luggage, especially if you have a transfer flight, like if you have a layover. That's nerve-wracking. Making sure your luggage gets where it needs to go. That's always nerve-wracking. And there are things in there that I would hate to lose, but I could replace if I had to. So there you go. There's that. And I just realized I don't have a warm sweater in my carry-on. I have only the lightweight, but that's okay. I could get a pullover on the ship, worst case scenario, if our luggage is lost. I would hate for that to happen, but that is something I could do. I would be perfectly fine, which is why I decided to pull my coat out of the luggage. I've always told you, wear your biggest, bulkiest item, just wear it. And it's going to be pretty warm when we leave here. It will be pretty warm, but that's okay. I'll just carry this. It'll be nice on the plane. If you want, you can ask them to hang it up. They will hang it up in their plane for you. Just don't forget it. It's just why I don't do that. I tend to just keep it with me, and I'll put it in my lap, or I'll put it in the overhead bin, or I'll put it in my backpack when I take out my cashmere wrap. So there you go. That's everything. I did end up using the smaller packing cubes to go in the bottom of my backpack to hold incidentals, just that I would have with me in this bag that I might need somewhere, I don't know, that I didn't put in my carry-on. And then my cameras, I have one of which is still here. I will have to open it and put it in there. You're on my Osmo Pocket 3. So all of that will be in there. I prefer to have my cameras in my carry-on, so I may flip-flop things. I may pull a couple of things out of the carry-on that can go in here, and then take that camera case and put it in my carry-on. I just find I don't need to access my camera in my backpack. So, so what I'll probably end up doing is taking out my makeup and my liquids out of my checked bag and put them in my backpack, Robert, and put my camera equipment in the checked bag, the carry-on bag, excuse me. Put it in the carry-on bag. So there you go. All right, you guys, thank you so much for your time with me today. I know this video is long. We're packing for 16 days. I'm showing you everything going into the bags, my thought process, how I kind of maneuver around things and throw things into bags. It's just, something you may have to just kind of watch, and I'll try and talk to you as I go along in editing. And I haven't edited it yet, so I'm not sure yet. Anyway, and yeah, the only thing that I didn't put in the bags was my travel day outfit, which is a pair of leggings, my On Cloud sneakers, and my Spanx long sleeve top, because I was freezing on the plane there and back on both legs in London. So, and my little wrap wasn't enough. I was still pretty cold. I had short sleeves on and a jacket, and I was still pretty cold. So I'll probably end up just wearing my coat. So Anyway, okay, that's it. Thank you so much for watching me. Don't forget to follow along on stories, which also play on Facebook. It's Instagram and Facebook. Don't forget to follow along. It's like live vlogging as we travel along on our cruise and on our day in Barcelona and our few days in Rome. So thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate your time. Please subscribe. It is free, and we will see you on the ship in Barcelona, in Rome, on the Sun Princess, on the airplane. We'll see you when we see you. Thank you so much. Bye.
You can pack your bags, 'cause we're headed on vacation. Throw 'em in the back, on to our destination. Don't forget your toothbrush, and you don't need no makeup unless you want it, baby, that's fine with me. Headed on a road trip, let's go, washing every town we